Happy New Year, everybody. I wish you health, love, and all the financial success you deserve. Today was the first trading day of 2024. Let's look at how things went. Tesla is pretty much even Steven, down 6 cents, 0.02%, closed at 248.42. Post-market, we're down by 12 cents. So let's look at what we have here on our chart. We have rejected our big downward resistance that has been in place since November 2021. So it goes to show that a resistance line or a support line can last a long time. It can remain relevant for years. So this one got rejected December 27th and also rejected December 28th. And now we have been coming down ever since. We broke 250.69. This is an indication that we could be going lower. It's not just noise. It was a significant move. When we switched on the 1 hour chart, we discovered sometimes the 1 hour chart gives us interesting tidbits. So we have discovered on the 1 hour chart, we really had another support right here at 247. And I mentioned that if we start breaking 247, then we should be going lower. At least to 242, but maybe even lower at 226. What did happen today? So we basically remained between 247 and 250.69. There's just this glitch right here. Sometimes it happens. I cannot do anything against that. So at 3:30 today, we had a break of 247. So this was the short right here. But each time we enter into a short, we need to have a tight stop loss. A tight stop loss in case we have a little bit of a fluke and we come back into this congestion zone. If you took that trade right here on the 1 hour chart, you could have gotten out as soon as we came back in on the next hour. But then again, we don't have stochastic over 60. We have stochastic at 19. So maybe this little bit of a move is going to be happening, but just a little bit lower. I was not at the stock market today, so I did not take it. I'm happy I did not take it, but if you took it and suffered a small loss, that's part of the deal. And if you took it and are still in it, not everything is lost because we have a low stochastic. So this little bit of a move up is not to be believed, just as this one right here was not to be believed because we did not have stochastic over 60 either. If we start breaking 250.69, then I would start believing it because this is too high. In terms of indicators on the 1 hour chart, all of our indicators are bearish. Let's go back on the daily chart. Let's look at our indicators on the daily. So on the daily, we have lost stochastic over 60. We had the MACD crossover, and yes, we have the DMI that has crossed over also. We could be continuing down this week. It's very possible. Let's take a look at some Tesla news. So we have a news that BYD overtakes Tesla in overall battery electric vehicle volume. In Q4 of 2023, BYD delivered 526,000 cars compared to Tesla that has just reported 484,000 cars. Those figures were records for both automakers, but they also marked the first time that BYD sold more battery electric vehicles than Tesla in a single quarter. And the article mentions that this was inevitable considering BYD's presence and offerings in its own market of China, which has 1 billion more people than in the US. Also, coming with 2024, we have some tax credit rules. So Tesla officially updated its list of vehicles eligible to the federal tax credit and confirmed that Model Y variants are all retaining access to the full tax credit. So Model 3 Performance, Model X dual motor, Model Y rear wheel drive, the long range, and the performance version. It's important to note that the price cap of $80,000 for SUVs and pickup truck still applies. Therefore, the Model X dual motor gets the tax credit, but since it starts at $79,990, you have to buy the base version without any option. And there are some other details. On the buyer's side, the income limits still apply to be eligible to the tax credit. 300,000 for married couples filing jointly, and 225 for heads of households, and blah 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 blah. The big news that also came out today is that Tesla has produced 494,989 cars. This is the production numbers, and the delivery is just a little bit lower at 484,508. And Wall Street was expecting Tesla to achieve 480,000 deliveries in Q4. That's a beat. That's a beat in deliveries by 4,500. And as we just seen, this has not affected Tesla's stock that much. Okay, let's take a look at the VIX. The VIX jumped higher today. We were pretty high at the beginning of the day, 1409. We broke that resistance there, but then we cooled down a little bit. This is just one candle. We still have stochastic below 60, so let's just keep watching this one to see if we start seeing a new pattern. US bonds also jumping a little bit, so quite a big day. So we are up 1.73%. So the bonds, the 10-year bonds are at 3.9. And stochastic is starting to climb a little bit. So let's keep watching this. And US dollar, look at this, boom. US dollar is creeping up 0.82% at 102.238. This is too soon to know if this will last, but if we keep going into that direction, then the stock market is not going to be long in January. Let's take a look at our EV stocks. So, well, Rivian down 10%. In terms of the patterns, we are still into our bullish channel. We were close to the support in December, then went to the resistance, and then went sideways, and now we are getting back to support. So we'll see if this continues. And the apparent reason is that the deliveries fell short of analyst estimates and declined on a sequential basis. So the company has delivered 13,000 cars, 972. And the consensus among analysts on Visible Alpha for about 14,430 units. And for the third quarter, the electric vehicle maker distributed 15,500 cars. A little bit of a miss right there, but it's the trend that counts. We'll have to keep looking. Xpeng just going sideways. NIO also a big drop. So NIO is down 7%, 65 cents, closed at 842. Post-market, we seem to be up by 8 cents. VinFast also dropping, so by 15%. Wow, this is a big drop. And we are just right out smack of the bullish channel. If we continue down, then this is going to be an indication that the pattern is broken. So far, with just one candle and with this small of a break, I'm still willing to give it a chance. Apple did not fare much better. Look at this. 3.58% down, closed at 185. And look at how stochastic was foretelling what was going to happen. When we lose stochastic over 60, we should be very careful. It's the time to maybe sell a little bit, but also we can also bounce on support even with no stochastic. So this is the hard part. ARM is cooling down a little bit. I'm happy about this, so let's have it come down a little bit and then we can re-enter at some other point. Palantir is continuing down 3%, Nvidia down 2%. It's sitting on support at 179.22. Let's look at our indices. Stock indices, they are almost up, so 0.07% for Dow Jones. S&P 0.57% down, still smack on support. NASDAQ 1.68% down. Let's look at gold. Gold is also down a little bit. Silver is going sideways. Bitcoin climbing higher. So we have a break of this resistance right here at 44,706. This is now a support. This is a buy impulse right here. We were into this congestion zone going sideways, and now we have a step change. This was noise. This is no longer noise. We are breaking a horizontal resistance. If you want to get back into Bitcoin, this is your time. Ripple, we have stochastic over 60. Happy about that. basically going sideways in terms of the close. But we went higher today and did not go as low as yesterday. So this is a net positive. And Nouveau Monde Graphite cannot break 261, so that's an important number. We broke it during the day and came back down. And we have no stochastic. Maybe stochastic is going to climb a little bit higher before we break 261. We'll see. Not the best start of the year. Jerome Powell last year mentioned that he was going to lower the interest rates, everything, and people were all happy. But now you see that the mood has already changed. We have some misses on the EV stocks and everything. So maybe we are going to have to short a little bit soon. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. If you want my chart, you can become a member. I have a tier where you can copy all of those lines on your own TradingView account. So you can check that out. So I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.